In Washington, D.C., buildings account for over 70% of our greenhouse gas emissions. That means that in order for D.C. to meet its goals to be carbon neutral and climate resilient by 2050, it's imperative to address building energy supply and use. The DC Renewable Portfolio Standard, mandating 100% renewable electricity by 2032, is expected to drive down emissions as more clean energy is added to the grid. In tandem with the grid shifting towards a higher percentage of renewable energy sources, energy efficiency targets for buildings are becoming more stringent. One of the most common ways to address carbon and energy use is through building codes, which only affect new construction and major renovations to existing buildings. And while it's important to address this in new buildings, new construction only makes up a small fraction of overall building stock every year, and therefore a smaller percentage of city carbon emissions. Because existing buildings are responsible for a high percentage of greenhouse gases generated in DC, the city government adopted the first building energy performance standards in the nation to address this. This regulation requires existing buildings to meet minimum energy performance thresholds. These standards are expected to reduce energy use by 21%, which will save 1 million tons of CO2 equivalent per year. These regulatory changes, coupled with a modernized and renewable energy supply, get us well on our way to meeting the district's carbon neutrality goal. To help the district's building industry navigate these changes, it supported the launch of the Building Innovation Hub. Our mission at the Hub is to work with local industry professionals to not only meet these standards, but to fundamentally rethink business as usual for real estate. We provide tools, resources, and programming to support the creation of high-performance buildings at unprecedented scale. We work closely with the DC Sustainable Energy Utility, the DC Green Bank, and the district's Solar for All program, so the industry has the necessary tools and financing options available to implement this vision. Buildings are a fundamental piece of decarbonization, but we believe that improving building performance offers an opportunity to also improve the health, safety, resilience, and economic well-being of our communities. DC's model is replicable and scalable, and we are excited to spark conversations and share knowledge on decarbonizing the building sector and beyond as a part of this virtual exhibit.